evening, friends. Welcome to another episode of Wesley's Food Den. Today, I'll be making yogurt chicken. For our yogurt chicken, you will need 1 kilo of skinned chicken drumsticks, 300 ml of fresh plain yogurt, 150 ml of pureed tomato, 2 onions pureed with 2 green chilies. Now, I have already pureed the onions, so I will not be adding the extra green chilies, but if you do need it, you can add it in. 1.5 teaspoons of fresh ginger and garlic. You will also require 2 cinnamon sticks and 2 or 3 crushed bay leaves. You'll need half a teaspoon of ground nutmeg, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, 2 teaspoons of red Kashmiri chili powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin and coriander powder, and pepper, black pepper, and salt to taste. You will also need 2 teaspoons of olive oil. Now, to begin with, we will prepare our chicken, and I will do this by adding in my spices, so my turmeric, my nutmeg, pepper, salt to taste, now we'll add my spices. So I will be adding 2 teaspoons of Kashmiri chili powder, a teaspoon of cumin and coriander, and the last ingredient for the preparation of our chicken is the yogurt. And you need to give this a good mix, and once it is mixed, you need to keep it aside for 30 minutes. Now, my chicken has been marinating for about 30 minutes, and it is now ready for the next step. I have heated my pot, and to this I'll be adding about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And to this oil, I will be adding in my cinnamon stick, and you just need to let that to fry for a few seconds. And to this, I'll be adding in my bay leaf. Now you can hear the oil is already heated quite well. And to this, I will be adding in my onions. Now my onions have been pureed with 2 green chilies. So we need to cook these onions for at least 5 minutes before we can continue with the next step. Now my onions are cooked, and you will know that the onions are cooked is when the oil separates from it. And to this, I will be adding in my ginger and garlic paste. We're going to mix that in. And to this, I will be adding in my tomato puree. Gonna mix this in. Now you do not put salt in this because the salt has already been added to the chicken, and because we are cooking with the yogurt itself, so all the salt and the spices is already added. Now I'm just going to let this cook for a minute or so before we add our chicken. Now my tomato and my onions have been cooking and it has reduced. So now to this I will be adding in my chicken. Now when you add in the chicken, you have to make sure that you get all the yogurt in with all the spices that we added to this chicken. The yogurt will reduce and it will just be the oil that is left. So we need to give this a good stir, and you need to let this cook on medium heat for about 20 to 25 minutes. Now my yogurt chicken has been cooking for about 20 minutes, and you would know when it's cooked because the chicken, the meat will retract from the bone, as well as the oil will settle at the top. So I will be serving this now, and as you can see, there's a lovely gravy that has come out of the chicken, and that's due to the yogurt, the tomatoes and the onions all blending in together. Now I will be serving this with naan bread, but this is just as lovely with plain rice as well. So there you have it, yogurt chicken.